welcoming innovation and new ideas from those we employ and serve. Welcome to Chicago at Play.
The Garfield Park Conservatory is an incredibly special place. It was designed by Jens Jensen, who's considered the father of the prairie style. He wanted his to look as though they were outdoor landscapes that had been magically enclosed in a glass structure. So it was quite unlike anything people had seen before. Jensen knew that people were attracted to flowers, and he knew that there would have to be a show house that would be part of this.
On June 30th, 2011, there was a hailstorm that was fairly localized to the west side. The hailstones were huge. They were bigger than golf balls. Some were as large as tennis balls, and they crashed through the roofs of the conservatory. The fern room and show house and the propagating houses were destroyed at about an 85% rate, and the desert house at about 30%.
There were shards of glass everywhere, and the conservatory staff literally had to pick up each individual piece of glass. It was just an amazing undertaking to try to clean this place up and figure out how to bring it back to what it needed to be. But it proved to be a great opportunity because a couple of these rooms really needed restoration, and one of them was the show house.
Everything about this project absolutely has been a lemonade out of lemon story. Most of our display houses here are tropical houses. So we felt if we could find any luck in that situation, it was that it happened in the middle of the summer. So we were able to take the plants out because it's warm outside. It's just like where they live originally.
These buildings are really tricky. In a climate such as what we have here in Chicago, where there's extreme fluctuations of temperature, you can only imagine what that's like on a glass building. Freeze-thaw cycle, and then add to that things like a hailstorm.
So the roofs that broke, the fern room, the desert house, and the show house roofs, those were the old roofs that had never been replaced. So those roofs now have been replaced by this glass that is up to safety code.
Now that the show house is reopened, it's ready for flower shows scheduled to begin in the fall.
When people come in the new show house, in addition to the incredibly beautiful, clean, never whitewashed, not too much rained upon glass, we also have a whole new floor structure.
In the redesign, one thing they wanted to do was articulate the original floor plan. And so if you look at the pavement, there's this big oval in the middle of the room, and that was originally where most of the plants were. By having that as pavement, they'll be able to actually bring a lot of plants out and be able to kind of change the configuration of the space if there's big parties, depending on what kind of shows they're having.
We're really excited that we've reopened the show house, and next on the docket is the fern room and the desert house. Those are being reglazed right now, and their substantial completion dates are September 15th for the fern and October for the desert. Again, temperature driven, those plants need to be under cover by winter time.
The grand reopening of the entire Garfield Park Conservatory is scheduled for the spring of 2015. In the meantime, there's still plenty to see.
Many people thought that we were actually closed after the hailstorm, which wasn't true. We were actually reopened the day after the hailstorm. And we have incredible outside gardens. Many people don't know we have outside gardens. So for the summertime, that's just awesome for people to come here and get ideas. And then they can come to the show house and see this new floor plan that is original to Jens Jensen.
The Garfield Park Conservatory, I think, is not only one of the greatest places in Chicago, but probably one of the greatest places in America. It is really a treasure. The plant collections are unbelievable. It's such a large facility. It's one of the largest conservatories in the world. It's nice in the summer, but it's really special in the winter when you come here and you feel as though you've come to some really tropical place. You feel like you're in Costa Rica or South America or something a million miles away, and it's just right here, this great place that belongs to all Chicagoans.